Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Akbar Hussain, co-founder and CEO of MAREEKH Dynamics, and today I'm going to talk about our Craterhab technology, habitat systems for low pressure environments. But first, let me share the story of Juan. Juan is a 23-year-old miner working at a very high altitude mining site in Andes, South America. At this young age, he's already showing some concerning symptoms of chronic altitude or mountain sickness, which happens with prolonged exposure to thin atmosphere of high altitude with poor in oxygen. It is already affecting his long-term health, causing him fatigue, nausea, and headache, and reduce his productivity. Unfortunately, Juan is not alone. He is one of the tens of thousands of miners working at very high altitude mining sites around the world and sharing the same fate. And the mines they work at continue to lose tens of millions of dollars every year um, due to the altitude sickness, um, which could have been saved if the problem of altitude sickness wasn't there. As a medical doctor, I understand the impact and magnitude of this problem, but as a space technology innovator, I think I have a solution. Through our Craterhab technology, which are patented high tensile pressurized fabric domes, originally developed for Mars and Moon habitats for human settlement there, but these can be scaled down and applied to high altitude mining sites in the world to create pressurized environments simulating lower altitudes where miners can spend a few hours every day, such as using them for sleeping quarters and recover from the altitude sickness on daily basis. It is based on the climb high, sleep low principle developed by the mountaineers. Any one of you who has been a mountaineer understands this concept. So the crater habs are high tensile fabric domes of aramid and silicon composite layers held within a dynamite skeletal framework. These are the strongest of the fabrics. They are designed to have an ability to withstand several bars of inflation pressure, and they are scalable and modular. The use of Craterhab at high altitude mining sites will help enhance worker safety and health, which will lead to increased productivity and cost savings, which will eventually reflect as increase in revenue. Um, Our total addressable market in terms of revenue loss in high altitude mining sites above 2,500 meters around the world is estimated to be around 24 billion Australian dollars, which is equivalent to around 10 to 15% of revenue loss that could have been saved if the problem was addressed. Serviceable accessible market in the Andes region is estimated around 6.5 billion Australian dollars, and serviceable obtainable market in very high altitude mining sites above 3,500 meters, where this problem is the most significant, is estimated to be around $3 billion. There are no real competitors addressing this issue in the way we are proposing. The high altitude mining sites do employ certain measures such as rotational shifts and medical evacuations or oxygen supplementation and drugs, but that doesn't address the core problem of altitude sickness itself. Our go-to-market strategy goes from prototype development in Australia in year one to pilot operations and initial commercializations from the success of pilot project in year two and three, and then expanding based on the success of the pilot project to expand the use in its real commercial sense in the regional and global market from year four and five, and eventually attracting the attention of the space industry, which will find it very attractive to solve the human habitation problem in the future on other planets and astronaut training basis, and which will eventually lead to continued growth. Our scalability and expansion goals can also be understood through this simple diagram with prototype development in Australia and then pilot project in participating mine that will lead to regional and global expansion and eventually addressing other markets such as the space industry and also tourism. Our business model is B2B with revenue streams coming from direct sales with upfront payment to cover the cost of product development to subscription model with monthly payment to cover the operational costs and technology licensing to allow use by other mining subcontractors to run operations in geographically and politically challenging markets. Our financial model goes from seed round in year one for the prototype development of $2.5 million to pilot project into year two and three, and after that comes the real commercialization of this product in year four through Series B, and then expanding into regional and global market, including addressing the space industry needs and also tourism. Our traction since our inception in 2020 goes from team assembly through obtaining patents and then validation through our standing as a finalist in several categories in Australian Space Awards, and now our commercialization efforts and where we are developing communication channels with the mining corporations in Andes. That's my team, including myself being a medical doctor and a space technology innovator. And then we have astronomers, technology entrepreneurs, astrophotographers, CNC machinists, industrial biotechnologists, and a robotic engineer in Germany. Our advisors include these wonderful people: Dr. Nazair Khwaja, a very prominent planetary scientist in the world. Raul Carretero has extensive experience of working in high altitude mining sites. And then we have Rebecca and Richard in Australia, working for a big, large mining corporation with stakes in South America. We are currently raising $2.5 million for a 20-meter diameter prototype dome to test them and define the technology and establish a proof of concept. And this is a historical, this is an artistic illustration of a historical handshake between current and future era, where Craterhab Technology is going to make a difference. Thank you.